wrong.
Mercury.
Nice. Okay, and we're live on Weaving Spiders.
I want to
Yep.
go. Well,
You have a little.
I'm gonna be silly. And we're live. Da, da, da. And it's just me and Jim. Fuck everyone else. Dee doo. I'm kidding.
We're just waiting for everybody to show up for sure.
Did you see this article with the professor who likes doing heroin, but like he says it in such a refined way, like it's like I don't know, it's like a weird upside down psyop on heroin. Where it makes it sound like it's fun and it makes you like intellectual. It's pretty fascinating.
Interesting.
Yeah, I made a meme with it because like he said, like if you want to see the meme, you can go on my Twitter. But like he said that it's like there's nothing better than going home after a long day of work and sitting in front of a fire and like snorting 3 lines of heroin. So I took the the Pooh Bear like meme, where it's like he's sitting there and then the other one's like him in the suit, like it's like all fancy, and the top one's like Pooh Bear, it's like junkie, and the second one is that line basically. He's like nothing like sitting next to a fire having some heroin. I'm like, shit. I feel like I should tweet out that we're live. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm tweeting out right now.
Not tweeting? Okay.
I did tweet, but you should tweet too.
Hey, we should spread out the tweets. Get this much a shotgun blast, as you will.
I love sending out the tweets. Oh wait, is this uncopyrighted music or?
Oh, it is. Yeah, don't worry. It's like I was trying to be careful with that because I actually got you guys dinged on like a second or third episode on accident because I played it was like a no one knew the song. It was like about a wizard in the 70s, and I was like, oh, I could play this, and no, guys got dinged. I was like, who cares about this band? They get their copyright. Like, no one's gonna use this fucking wizard song without getting our permission.
Sony cares.
No one cares, especially now.
Sony cares.
You shouldn't care.
Well, I'm not Sony. I don't think Sony has an option of not caring.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's only in the best interest of their clients.
That's right. Sony.
I don't know.
Who else? I guess Michael Jackson used to own the Beatles, right?
Yeah, he did.
And now somebody else owns Michael Jackson, I'm sure, after all of that payout stuff, and they sold the ranch.
Yep. And we were talking about this before we went live, how I think some celebrities fake their deaths, and it's not like for like a weird like psyop to like fuck with people. More so, it makes sense in the way that if you're an entity, especially a musician, and you have a catalog, and for instance, Michael Jackson, he was in a lot of debt. He was blowing money out his fucking asshole like every second. He was just wacky. He had no way to keep that shit under control. Set aside like allegations, but like just fucking terrible money. So he has this huge catalog. It's worth millions, and it probably was at the point where it's like, well, I can, fake my death, which would be termination of my contract essentially, because they're like an entity at that point. They're not them. They're the performer. That's why I think they can get away with this. So you kill them off, quote unquote, kill them off, and then so that catalog becomes more valuable, and the record companies probably also push this. They go, hey, we got to kill you off. Your character's going to get killed off. And then you get a payout. I'd imagine, and his debts were settled, and he can live off the rest is because there was this like weird video. I saw someone on Twitter point out that he thought actually Michael Jackson, after he, I think faked his death, was at an award show because there was this weird dude in like looked like prosthetic makeup, and if you kind of looked at it, it looked like Michael Jackson. God damn, I wish I could remember who it was because it was really
What
bizarre.
was it? Was it the burnt guy?
It might have been the burnt guy.
The burnt guy, yeah. I think that might have been one of Michael's
Friends, right? Well,
one
they
of
were.
his they were friends, but that kid probably died a long time ago. And Michael assumes his identity whenever he goes out and he puts on all this
Mhm.
makeup
There
because you
was
can
someone.
be burn victim and everybody sees you and they look away,
Yeah,
you know.
I think there was another one he did at an award show that was not the burn victim, but it was like a guy that was. Oh god damn it! All right, I'm gonna find this out. Go ahead and rattle for a second. I'm gonna find it.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna check the chickadee chat.
Check the chickadee chat. I could not.
Chickadee
The
chat.
other thing I couldn't do was I couldn't find the YouTube video to put on blast in Twitter. So
It's not showing up. I will send it to
yeah,
you
I mean,
or to the chat, I guess. Or, I mean, to uh, our text, or should I email it to you?
you can put it in the chatty chat if you want.
Chatty chat.
Because
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I also want to see if anyone's in our chat.
You mean yeah.
The weaving. Okay, so there's this dude Murph. He's like got pretty base like stuff on Twitter. Oh man, this was a few days ago. Because like he's like the guy who thinks like almost everything's fake, which I'm almost at that point now where I'm like, I think everything's fake.
I think everything's fake.
Yeah, like not in like even a metaphorical sense where it's like it's like Maya or whatever. I'm like just like tons of events and celebrities and whatever is just like nonsense. We're like in
Oh,
the Truman Show.
Gaius popped in and said, "What's up, Gaius?" Said, "Hey, fellas.
What up?
Yes, the burnt guy, absolutely. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, so I think he has multiple characters. So this is the burnt guy. I need to find this guy because like he's
His
terrifying.
name's like Kenny or Ken or Kenneth, I think. I mean, that's just off the top of my head.
Right.
Um, it's something like that. It's like Ken. No, it's Ken. It's like a two. The two names are the same name. I think it's like Ken or something like that. Like or Paul. Like where his first name. It's like something weird like that. Like I wonder if Michael Jackson took that kid's identity in the first place, or maybe he met with him once and then took his identity like as a real person.
Right.
If you look it up, and the kid has nobody. Like his dad burned him because he was abusing him or something. I think was the story.
See, that kind of sounds like a Michael Jackson story. Like he like made this alter ego.
That could
His
be.
dad abused him. Maybe his dad burned him with like cigars or some weird fucking sick shit like that.
You mean Joe
Christ.
Jackson?
Yeah.
I think some pretty messed up stuff happened. I
Oh,
mean,
totally.
yeah, I know there's like stories about Joe Jackson, like whipping him or something. Like having the belt out, whipping them while they're performing, and if they fuck up, you just whack like a whip. It's terrible. It's terrible how people do that. I really like I've seen some Mexican soap operas where they don't have any kids on.
I'm
All the
so
characters
sorry.
are adults.
My kid is getting up.
Oh shit.
God damn it. I'm so sorry. 1 second. I'm so sorry.
No worries. Well, let's see. So yeah, in Mexican soap operas, they don't have any kid actors. So all the actors are played by adults. I mean, all the children are played by adults that are dressed up like kids. It's kind of interesting. Um, let's see what's up in the chat. Oops. Yeah, we were talking about a lot of movie stars and musicians that have faked their deaths. Um, like David Bowie. That's one for sure. And like throughout, you know, throughout his career, David Bowie played so many different uh, characters, and it's kind of like he decided that he was gonna retire and just just quit. He killed that character off. It's I don't know if that one was more theatrical. Uh, yeah, guys, Joe Jackson is a dangerous man. I don't, it's terrible how people. I think it is abuse to treat kids like that. Make them be actors. You know, kids are supposed to play. Play and have a normal a normal childhood. I mean, even right now, like kids can't even see their friends in real life. You know, imagine being imagine spending that time where you were developing it from a kid into an adolescent kid and not having like any girls or whatever boys or people of the opposite sex around to just talk to and interact with. Like how depressing that would have been for a kid. I mean, I remember like I would miss a lot of my friends at school over the summer stretches because you wouldn't see them for 3 months, you know. Um, oh, thanks, Bucephus. He says that he'll be back shortly. His he's doing dad duties tonight, and his child woke up. Let's see. I've also got some dad duties I've been up to tonight. I have some goats, some baby goats. They're kids, and they're probably, let's see, I think they're about 2.5 weeks old by now. I'll go get one real quick. They're pretty cute. I just fed them a little while ago, so they're probably taking a little nap. But they wanted to do some running around earlier, and I didn't have time to play with them. So they would probably love to hang out for a second. Let me go see. So this here is the boy. His name is Zipper. He's this squeaky wheel. He's the one that likes to. He usually I hear him grinding his teeth. Sometimes they grind their teeth. when they get nervous. But he he's the one that makes a lot of noise when I'm around, and he wants something. He wants food or whatnot. Come here, come and say hi. But he's a sweetie. They love to cuddle. So anyway, yeah, it's it's a shame what people do, putting their kids into acting and whatnot. Um, I think there was a movie I saw with Shia LaBeouf, and he plays. It was like written and directed by him, and he plays his father, and pretty much the story of how he was pushed into the movie business by his rodeo clown dad. And man, it just it seems rough, you know. I mean, the being in the acting business is a tough business, and I understand that sort of life sacrifice that you might make if you wanted that for yourself, but to push your kids into that is just terrible, I think. Also, like the children beauty, beauty pageants. Like that's just I I think it's kind of repulsive and wrong to uh dress children up as like adults and sort of like sort of scandalous sort of poses, like the whole John Benet Ramsey sort of thing. Do they sleep a lot? Yeah, they do sleep quite a bit. They're they're little babies right now, so they sleep they've been sleeping through the night, so that's good. And then they like to eat every 4 hours during the day, like for four meals. They're pretty fun. They need to go outside pretty soon, but it's just way too cold out there for them right now. They would definitely freeze, and plus they're so little. They need to be around around. They need to be looked after. I'm gonna go grab the other two real quick. Hey guys, wanna play? Girls, hi ladies. Oh, oh, hi, big, aren't you? Baby. So this one here is Maybelline. Say hi, Maybelline. She might she might pee though. She pees a lot. When I get her up, I might set her down. Hold on. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Krista, how's it going? I've got some goats running around here. They've got a sort of a setup. Got some boxes for them to jump on, and there's a drum set on its side. So every once in a while they hop off the boxes, end up on the drum. It makes a noise, but it's pretty fun having goats for sure. Yeah, there they go right now. There they are, doing a little running around and playing. Hey guys. So I'm not sure what happened to everybody else that was coming on the show tonight. We have Bucephus. He has to tend to his kid, and these kids are just playing. We were talking about Michael Jackson pretending that he was another person, like that kid that was totally burned. They look very similar, and we couldn't remember what that kid's name was. It was something like Ron or Dave or something like that. Like first name and last name were the same. Anyway, we're just kind of watching some goats right now and waiting for Greg Bucephus to come back. What's going on with you guys in the chat? Well, it's funny. It's been such a quiet sort of night. I think everybody's off doing something. Hello, Erica Peterman. What's going on? We're just hanging out with some baby goats right now, waiting for some folks to get back into the chat. But yeah, they are a hoot. They're pretty fun to play with. Unfortunately, their mother passed away giving birth to them, and so I've been feeding them, taking care of them for the last couple of weeks. Well, I got a dog that's pretty jealous about yeah, we're wondering where Barsky's at. Tell Barsky Brooklyn said, "Where are you at?" Well, we're wondering where Barsky's at too. You should be along here any minute. We're hoping. Yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's a wild ride. The goats. I was hoping to hey, what's up, sweetie? Hey, quiet dog. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Come here, guys. Come on. Come here. Hey, not you, dogs. Frodo, quit. Yeah, the dog definitely gets jealous, but he plays too rough, so he's not allowed in here. He does. I have two dogs, and one of them's kind of old, and he kind of picks on the goats. He doesn't realize that they're gonna be bigger than him pretty soon. Right. This guy is super friendly though. He's He's the one that's not going to have horns, I think. The girls, they're going to have horns. They get super prancy. They like to run down the run across the room here and kicking their feet up behind them. Yeah, I've never had goats before. I was just I wanted to get one because I was thinking I'd like to milk a goat and collect the goat milk and make cheese out of it and stuff. Made cheese before. It's pretty fun. I love cheese. And I'm thinking, the way things are going, it'd be nice to have a source of food just in case. You can stockpile cans, or you can uh invest in stocks, live stocks that give back food, like chickens. Chickens are awesome. You don't even need a rooster, and you can get eggs. And pretty much a chicken will lay an egg every day if it's healthy and in good shape. So um it's pretty cool. I've got some chickens, but they were all hens when I first got them, but three of them transitioned into roosters, which is, I guess, not unheard of, but it means that I don't get as many eggs as I would like. So I get like 2 or 3 eggs every day, which is quite a bit. I mean, I don't need a super lot of them, but they come in pretty handy to have, you know, not have to buy them. So that's cool. You know, oh, they're getting prancy. It's fun. So the one in the blue, this one is Zipper Buster Brown. And he's kind of a sweetie. He's a real cuddler. And then the one on top, she has 2 brown ears. That is Maybelline. And she's gonna be big. She's a big girl. And that one with the white on her ear, she's kind of the runt. Her name is Jupiter Jones. She's really sweet too. She's a people person, or a people goat, I guess. So yeah, we were hoping that David Barsky would be back here soon. I was going to pick up a goat, but I think I will bring you back over to him. Hey, where'd you guys go? Come here. Come here, guys. Come on, goats. Come here. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Come on. Come here, guys. Come on.
Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and in this old video we're going to Delaware. New location, Claxon, yeehaw! So that's another place to cross off the list. Making progress. So this is the story of Joseph Connell and his Mrs. Olga. In September 2013, Joseph and Olga had been married for 3 whole months. Newlyweds, to be sure.
think my microphone was off. I'm not sure if you guys could have if you guys heard all that. I was oh hey,
Hey,
you're back.
yes, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
We're still kicking it.
Yeah, still kicking it. I was hanging out with the goats, and I was telling. I had some like I set the phone down and it set off a video or something on YouTube on my computer, so I had to fumble and turn everything off, and then I I just noticed I forgot that I had my microphone muted. So like I just told a bunch of intimate stories about my life, and then I looked up and the thing was muted, and I was like, oh crap.
You're supposed to share those secrets. How dare you?
How dare you? Yeah, here, yeah, turn around. There.
Yeah, well, that was good to see the kids.
Yeah.
Um,
I had to wake him up.
well, hello everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I can't figure out why my video comes in all like choppity, or is it just like I'm looking at the YouTube stream and
I don't know.
our video is clear as day. It's all choppy on. I don't know.
Maybe reboot your YouTube or your the video, you know, like close it and open another one. Mine seems okay, I think.
Are you watching it though?
Yeah.
Oh,
My phone.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'm the piece of shit in this situation.
Man.
I found that picture. I was so mad because like I found the thread, the Michael Jackson thing. And I found the picture. I don't know who it was because my dumb fat finger slipped and it went because I had to scroll for it because this guy like posts like 50 times a day at least. So I couldn't get the name or anything. So I was gonna email it to myself and then maybe I can do a screen share. I don't know. But
yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know if you can screen share.
probably not. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, now it's not even showing up on my phone.
You should be able to screen share.
It's not. Don't. Never mind. It's not on my phone. See, it's now it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's going around.
Sure. Oh, what should we talk about? We got any, like hot topics, like the store hot topic.
Yeah, maybe we should all invest in hot topic stocks.
That is the next stonk to get into.
Is it? Is it? Oh,
sure.
Man. I'm missing the boat.
Yeah, I don't know. I think retail malls might be dead, but they were kind of on their way out. I mean,
yeah,
that was an era thing. I was like, like when I was a kid. It's not really. I don't know. Do kids even go to malls? I mean, before the Corona mishap.
I don't know. I went to a mall right when Corona first broke out. I went to a mall up in Seattle. It was like a couple weeks in, but stores were still open, but they were like kind of. It was like kind of pushing weird stuff, and I was like, "Oh no, it's fine. Like I need some shoes, so I'm gonna go to this mall." And so I went to the mall, and all the store clerks were wearing masks, and I wasn't, and they like were real cautious. Like they were like around, they had like aisles, and they would stand on the other side of the shoe aisle, like, and talk to me. I was like, can I help you? And I was like, no, I'm just looking for some shoes. And then so I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool. And I grab them and look at them, and then I put them back down, and then I take a couple more steps over, and like somebody grabs it, and they like sprayed sanitizer on it and wiped down everything that I touched. like right behind me, and I was like, whoa. And they're like, hi, how's it going today? And I'm like, pretty good. I've had actually a really long day. I've been licking doorknobs. And I like look at them, and they're like, and I was like, oh, I'm just kidding. I don't lick doorknobs.
Yeah, for which you say that now, and so that one day they're gonna probably just like execute you on site for that.
I know.
It's okay. Since you said that, I had yesterday. I went to go see my mom, and she had this. She's like not in a cul-de-sac, but at the end of her street, there's a cul-de-sac, and so I'm getting out of the car, and I look over, and I hear like like the garbage can being pulled in. It's like these big green ones, and I look over, and the guy's there pulling it, and I he does this like it felt like a Kubrick movie, or not maybe Kubrick, but maybe more Lynchian. I hate saying Lynch. Lynchian makes me sound like a douchebag, but there was a vibe.
Yeah.
He like slowly like this like kind of looks over at me, and he's like he's a good like 200 yards away. Maybe not 200 yards, but like feels like it's far enough. And he's got the full mask on. He's got gloves. There's no one there. It's just me. And I could tell he's like worried about me from even that distance. I'm way past 6 feet. I'm like 666 feet.
Yeah, naturally.
The safest amount of distance. And I'm just like imagine this guy in his house, like prepping. He's like getting the sanitizer going. He's like putting on the gloves and fucking the 2 masks, maybe a third one, and just grab the garbage can because it's filled with Corona. Like this we're like we've gone past the Rubicon where like now it's like acceptable schizophrenia everywhere.
Yes, yes. People are leaving their groceries on their doorstep for 24 hours, except for the ice cream, and they take that in and scrub it off in the sink with soap and water.
Jesus
Make sure
Christ.
that it's clean. Put it in the freezer.
Yeah, it's a bit terrifying. I'm starting to go like I should have got a farm about a year ago.
Yeah.
Like because like and then also like this stuff going on in Texas. I'm like okay, so what? I'm sure some of them don't have power still, or maybe they do all have power, but they went like a good 3 days at least, maybe 4. I think they were so like if they would have gone 7, it probably would have been over. Like I mean, people would have probably been like, I mean, like society, if they don't have electricity for 7 days or more, it's all going to fall apart because there's so many people that don't even have like 3 days worth of food. And
Yeah. Or water. How are you going to get water out when it's not in the back of the toilet? How do you flush your toilet?
Yeah. Well, there wasn't even people that were like, so people who did have gas, like, like a stove, they didn't even know how to light it. Like I was reading people, they couldn't, they didn't put the 2 and 2 together. Like, well, maybe I can get a match or a lighter, and
it doesn't light itself.
Yeah, so like,
where's the button? Where's the button that lights it?
We're in trouble. Like, there's so many like unskilled, and this includes myself. I'm not like fucking MacGyver here. Like, I've missed a lot of opportunity to. I don't know. It's like fuck, man. Like I just see the writing on the wall.
Well, I went skydiving a few times, and they were like, well, you want to pull your thing at like pull your cord at like 1,000 feet or something. I don't remember what it was, like 1,000 feet or something, or 800 feet or 500 feet or something. But it was like pull your cord up here, and like I'm the instructor, so like I'm kind of ballsy, so I like to pull my cord, and then like my feet whip and they barely touch the ground, and then like I'm like he waits till he gets really low. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I was like, well, I'm supposed to pull my cord at like 1,000 feet, like wind's too far. And he's like, it's never too late to pull your cord. If you want it to open completely before you hit the ground, you want to pull it up here, but like 600 feet, but 500 feet, 100 feet, pull your cord. Is never going to hurt. And the same thing goes with like preparing for stuff. It's never too late.
No, just get at least 3 weeks worth of shit. at least.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to go full prepper, but
And even just thinking about it is prepping. You know, think about like what happens if I can't get toilet paper? How am I going to wipe my butt if there's no water? You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Like also this happens too wherever you're at. It immediately fill up if you have a tub in your sinks, fill them up with water and plug them up.
to save water, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Is that if the power goes out?
Yeah, because I mean, like especially if it's like a winter situation, stuff starts freezing. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, they never had like winter there, like, or it's unheard of to have snow, so they didn't have anything prepared. They didn't have so like more. You know, you probably get snow where you're at sometimes. Imagine.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah. We got snow right now. It's 20. Well, it was for a week. We had about a foot of snow, and it was like 26 degrees. You know, average.
Yeah.
But now it's in the 40s and 60s, and we're gonna have serious floods in the next probably week.
Mm-hmm.
My house is right. I got a creek that runs right behind it, so I'll give the updates on it. Last year it was the big. I mean, I live like right by the creek that used to flood the whole valley. Like every 100 years it would flood everything, and every year it would flood like Main Street and everything. And 50 years ago they built, or maybe like 60 years ago, after World War II, they made a sort of a man-made canal for the creek so it doesn't flood everything. But it was the highest it's ever been last year, and the Corps of Engineers guys were like on the bridge right next to my house. I was talking to them, and they're like, I built this thing, you know. He's like standing there with his walker, and his wife standing there like helping him look at it, and he's like, I built this thing. And I was like, wow, how much water can it take? And he's like, I don't know. It's never been this high before. We never imagined it would be. I think it's on purpose.
Yeah.
If they can control the weather, it's a great tactic.
Right. Well, you've probably seen those. Like, and again, I don't know. Especially now, we don't know what we see, if it is what we see. But there was all these videos flying around on Twitter where people are like trying to melt snow and it's not burning. They're like, oh, it smells like chemicals. Like,
I actually did that. I didn't notice chemicals per se, but yeah, I packed the snow up into. I didn't do it this year, but I have a video of it, and I put a lighter under it, and it turns black, and it shrinks up, and then like eventually like a little bit of water kind of trickles out of it, but it's like almost like it refreezes or recrystallizes
Is there a
itself.
possibility that's kind of like a magic trick, but it's kind of like explained with some Neil deGrasse Tyson science, where it's like, well, you compact the snow and, molecules are, I don't know. I'm not.
It turns into an ice ball when you compact it, sort of. So like, I don't know. It's like maybe the smoke coats it.
Yeah, I think there's gotta be an explanation, but like there was someone who's like, oh, it smells like chemicals. I'm like, this sounds like bullshit. I mean,
it is pretty odd. It's strange for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can control the weather. Like you could do that with like dry ice, and like you can throw that shit like out in the middle where it's warm, and then like it'll cause a hurricane, and
you can seed stuff. Yeah,
clouds. Like there's
dry ice. Yeah, because you bring a hot and a cold together, and it creates a high pressure, low pressure zone where you have an imbalance. That's when you have turbulence and
so not heard of
lightning.
So so like you don't need necessarily HARP to do this shit, but like even Wilhelm Reich, supposedly his Orgon accumulator could make it rain and shit. So there's that possibility too, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen it in action.
I've heard of stuff like that, like a pyramid on the ground, and straight above it, the clouds would never form, and just go around it. I know I used to live in a houseboat on the Columbia River, and it was like right over north of Portland, and pretty much like every day it's cloudy and overcast over Portland for like half the year. Pretty much it's just like the way that it is. but for some reason over the river, maybe it was because the river was moving and like maybe sun reflecting off something. It was always clear over the river. There was like this straight line of sky that you could see, a strip right over the river. So it was like always sunny down there and always like beautiful when it was cloudy all over the city. It was so weird. I think there's definitely reactions of things on the ground that will make the weather change.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're in a mysterious place. Sometimes, like, I personally living in High Sierras, weather is fucking just wacky. Like, I was born, you're April baby too, right?
Yep.
So when I was born, like there was a massive blizzard like in April. So I mean sometimes this
Well, it's also my theory that it's if they control the weather, they do it on purpose. Later and later in the spring, they throw a freeze in there, like after Mother's Day, because a lot of people, a lot of farmer folk or gardeners or whatever around here, they always plant after Mother's Day. They're like, okay, it's done freezing, and they plant, and then the next weekend there's like a surprise freeze, and it kills everything they put out there.
and here again, conspiracy speculation. You got big ball gates out there fucking buying up a bunch of farmland, invested heavily in like foods and
Fake bees, Google bees.
right. And him being him or whatever entities behind him, they're not going to want competition. They don't want anyone getting like the GMO seeds on this. I mean, it would make sense to like try to fuck up where everyone's growing. So you'd have to go through him. So,
Yeah, it does make sense. I heard that like there's a ton of farmers in India that are committing suicide because they're not going along with the GMO crop stuff.
So it's kind of like recently too with like what happened with Greta and Rihanna, like with the Indian farmers. Did you hear about this?
Oh,
I don't know if really the whole story, so don't hold me to this, but it sounded like at least Rihanna was being paid to bring up the situation that was going on there with the farmers, and then like there was some sort of backlash. But it was from what I saw, it sounded shifty. So I don't know exactly what the story was, but there was something going on. But I think this is kind of like where we're at in this part of the timeline, where we're going to see, the problems with farmers and food shortages and crops failures and like gonna be like last growing season. Was it Kansas or got hit with like a land hurricane and it like fucked up like all the like a huge portion of shit that we like grow, and like pigs like killed a ton of them. And then like China too had like issues, so there might be weather wars too to knock out food on both sides. But now we have old Joe Blow president elect.
Imagine like if you owned a big chunk of the Midwest and you were the main producer, you had a monopoly. Like Bill Gates likes to monopolize shit. We know that. He wants to monopolize the farming. And then they steer a big tornado through there and destroy it, just destroy everything. He gets to collect insurance money. And then all the second benefit that he gets is the production is shattered. People go hungry. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I guess they can do it with elf waves, extra low frequency radio waves that they send out at the, those radio and arrays, radio tower arrays.
Allegedly.
I
mean, again, I haven't seen anything in practice, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, but knowing, like, that's the other thing. Again, with the mouth breathers who like their three masks, who just blindly like Bill Gates and think he's.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, I should put on my like waiting music. But like, here's a guy who's openly stated he doesn't like people and like wants to depopulate, and yet we're like, oh yeah, we'll just go along with
Yeah.
healthcare from him and everything else. I was like, okay. It's like, all right. I know a lot of people are fucking not hip to that. I get that. They don't remember in the 90s when he was under a bunch of antitrust lawsuits and shit and his practices, and you're talking about monopolies. Like, he's known for his behaviors. And also, I have a theory, after the pie incident, that's when it went really sour and he got weird and isolated and didn't like people after that. Like, really didn't like people.
What's
Like,
the pie incident?
you ever know about the pie incident?
No,
So
I saw a video of him baking an Oreo cake.
yeah, it's
Is
a
that
Warren.
one?
Yeah, it's like Warren Buffett's birthday. He's like, my buddy
Yeah.
Warren. Yeah, no. So like in the 90s, I think he was on his way to court, but I could be wrong about that. But he was on his way somewhere, and someone pied him in the face, and after that he got weird. I think that was the split in his timeline where he went fucking full dark Dr. Gates, giggles. Fucking rocker. I think that's when he's like decided he's like, I'm gonna kill like 2/3 of humanity, at least.
Yeah.
I
Pie's a trigger for some people. It
I
just
think
triggers
I mean, he might have a weird reaction to seeing pies. Like if he sees a pie like come up front, it's like, fucking. It's like probably like fucking has that person fired if someone brings a pie or eat one in front of him. He's just like, yeah, I don't know, but like it was pretty funny. But like before then, he would like fly commercial flights and like be around people and stuff. But after that, now he got weird and like isolated, and yeah, that's never good for me. And that's why it's not good right now that everyone's isolated. They're getting weird. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where Bart Simpson's like in his room by himself with a broken leg, which was a parody on the that old movie with that was like a Hitchcock movie. I don't remember the name of it. But that's what's happening to everyone.
Rear Window.
Rear Window, yes. So everyone's become rear windowed for the most part. Like and I was like, it's like a powder keg waiting to go off. So just, people try to relax as much as you can, but also don't go out as much as you can, because especially in a bigger city. I mean, there was that guy that like beat that guy. I don't know if he's dead, but he probably is at this point, but he got beat to death with a baseball bat. Just like out in the street in the middle of the day in New York. And like no one was helping except one guy. And the guy stepped in like after like the eighth hit in the head. It's crazy. Well, I guess. Oh, a second there. I thought it was going to be. Oh, I thought I was going to have to like cancel it. This is going to be the technical difficulty song.
I love this song.
I do too. It's a classic. I don't know what it is, but it's a classic. But yeah, I didn't mean to go like full into that, but
well, that was a good story.
Yeah,
I can't believe somebody would, or I can believe it. I guess I've seen a lot of people stand around like shocked when something goes down right or in front of them or around them, just like stunned, like outside of their own body almost, and they don't do anything. And, I don't know. Situations.
Yeah. Well, there's also in Oakland where I used to live. Saw a guy owned a store, I think, or like a shop. Witnessed a woman being robbed in front of the store. He had a concealed weapons permit, so it was legal. They came out there and shot in the air. I don't think it shot anyone or went through a building or anything, so it wasn't anything like that. More of a warning shot to these hoodlums, and they hit her with a car. So they battered her, and he got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested, not them. And then well, here's what happened.
They say that they hit her by the car because he shot the gun.
Well, I don't know what came first. If she got hit by the car before the gunshot or after. I feel like it might have been after. But the guy who had the legal permit to own the shop and was trying to stop it, be a good Samaritan, like anyone should do that. has a concealed weapons permit, fucking go for it, dude. I mean, that's what they're for. It's not exactly fucking a nice world. um, so what the cops did, I think the cops that first responded didn't really like see an issue, but the captain like fucking made him get arrested to set an example, and they said like in it was like a leaked thing or whatever, that the captain basically said he wanted to prove an example that no one should do anything when they're being assaulted, basically. So
Wow, that's insane.
yeah, I mean, this is not going to be the case in every city, obviously, but definitely California, yeah, and New York, yes, very much so. They're anywhere that's really anti-gun, and yeah, so just keep that in mind too.
Where was that at?
It was in Oakland.
In Oakland. That sucks. Yeah.
That was just like 2 days ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a FF event here soon with guns. If I had to guess, it's going to be guys with like Q shaman get ups like yourself. He's going to put it on. All right. He's going to put on that. That's it. I had to put the sound effects when you get. Yes. So fellows like yourself are going to be used to make narratives that, it's,
brandishing weapons.
They're going to
whatnot.
I think
brandishing weapons.
I think what they're going to go for is going to go big. I think they're going to like make the Vegas situation look like a birthday party, and it's going to be like, Q shaman guy.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep. So we're gonna keep
That'd be fun for somebody. Not me though. I'm just a goat shaman. I'm not the Q shaman.
Yeah, we should put a Q on the front of the word, like your third eye pentile gland would be.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. I was actually gonna do a stream like 2 days after that happened, and it was gonna be like a whole bit and I couldn't find, so I was gonna make one like a psychedelic like head gear like that, and I was gonna be like, this is gonna be a whole bit where I was gonna be lamenting basically as Q shaman, like I was like he was like transdimensionally communicating from jail to tell me how to become a Q shaman. It was gonna be a whole thing, and it just didn't work out.
That would be fun.
I was actually gonna do it on this show, but then I knew David would be like, that's not gonna fly. I'm like, well, I'm gonna wait until you have a serious guest.
Yeah.
Just make an ass of myself.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Every week that I can, I'm here.
Yeah. Well,
I had to pull out this old microphone. It's a Radio Shack because this one just doesn't cut it. I don't have the right stuff.
Is it
David Barsky's help?
Does it need a boost?
I need a boost. Needs a boost. This one doesn't though.
Yeah, so it's a dynamic ribbon or something. Yeah.
I'm not sure how it works. It's magic.
Yeah, I had to get one of those for this one. It eats up a lot of gain.
Yeah, just to be heard.
Just to be heard in this crazy world.
World.
What else do you want to talk topic wise?
That's a good question.
I wasn't trying to go like fully dark and just talk about like crazy shit, but just people are getting the twitch, and it kind of makes me a little nervous. At least where I'm at, like there's like I'm just saying, in a not too distant future, I'm gonna get my carry because I'm not gonna open carry. I could do that here because the state so far is open carry constitutional. But I think I'm gonna have to start like packing heat just in case because I don't know, man. People are people are getting squirrely. I'd say most people should do that, but get
That doesn't
training.
hurt. Yeah,
Wrong. Make sure you know what you're doing. Don't just
a gun can be a shield, not a weapon.
yeah. There's been plenty of people that have been trained who like shoot like maniacs under pressure, and I've seen those videos. It's like don't do that either. It's just, but yeah, again, like I think they're gonna do some funky Gladio style event without saying too much because I'm not gonna get you kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Use shamans to do it and cubies to because then they'll be like, oh, see, they're all problematic, so we better just get rid of guns and get rid of Q shamans. I'm like, can we keep both or at least get rid of the shamans? But I like shamans. I don't even care if they're Q shamans. Here's the thing about Q. Can I say something about that?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I
Q
don't.
is a letter. It's another letter of the
I don't.
alphabet.
Q to me is like the band Tool, whereas like I like the band, I like the message, but not so much the fans. So it's kind of so like I had no problems with the message and the Q movement and all that, but like the fans and stuff, they're a bit annoying and a bit they're new to this, so they come out of the gate hot and they're a bit aggressive on Twitter, and you act crazy and you call everyone a baby eater. It doesn't look good. You gotta have a little finesse. So that's just my only advice. But they're like Tool, to me. Or not, I mean they're Tool fans.
Tool fans.
Maybe Tool is Q. That'd make a lot actually. That's like their next album. It was just this was their so they were setting up for an album drop. Yeah, that would not be
What a backdrop for an album drop for sure.
For a concept album. It'd be the best concept album.
The best concept, yeah. For sure.
But again, with that too, because I don't think that stuff's over per se. And I don't know how it's gonna come back and incarnate. But
yeah, you can't disband a feeling. You can't disband a connection to a group.
Yeah.
You can't say you can't. There's propaganda against the egregore of the letter folk.
Yeah. And that's and it is that now. It's gotten a breath of life into it, and it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna be round. And given it makes a lot of sense to say like it was created just to root people out like that and then destroy them like in some like crazy I get that like angle I've heard people thrown, but at the same time that doesn't make sense to just do it for that reason. And then also it makes sense too if you really were going to go after like a cabal or a mafia, a world mafia, central banks, all this stuff, you couldn't do it without like some like military might. So it makes sense in that way. Think about it. You think a militia is going to do this? Like 10 people or whatever? No. You need like dudes that have like missiles, fucking intelligence groups, Navy SEALs, like dudes will go blasting in a place and clean it. I'm just saying, like, if it was real, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't either.
You need like a team of 6 to 12 Rambos to come in on the street. Like one's a sniper, or like in a movie.
Exactly. Dude,
and then like one bad politician.
It'd be so easy. Yeah, I'm just saying, like you couldn't really take on like a mafia group like that. I mean, I guess you could like try to like of a RICO case, but no, you need dudes that are like all Rambos. Yeah.
All Rambos, 6 to 12 Rambos. That's what we need.
uh,
Led by Dirty Harry or a Chuck Norris, probably.
I see someone saying it could be slinging that hopium. Yeah, that's true. It could be slinging hopium. But I don't know. Like again, I don't know if anyone. It's like it makes this weird thing to me about it. It all makes sense in the ways people perceive it. So it makes sense that it's not real. It's a psyop because you have like the stuff like uh, Operation American Spring that was like being birthed a few years ago during Obama. That sounds Q-esque and even has some players that were like, you could say that would be hip to that. And it fell on its face. And then you have, I just lost my train of thought. I got cued. Shit.
I think it was a problem reaction solution.
Yeah, there could be that too.
And that like I don't know where it was. I think it was in Oregon or Washington or maybe California. I heard that, and I don't watch the news. I don't even check it out on social media. So somebody told me this. Somebody with Facebook that like there were like some dudes open carrying in front of a Capitol building in some state. I think this state in Washington or something, and the governor like made a, if like no more than 3 people can gather together and open carry like rule or something, total bullshit, like not a real law, sort of a gubernatorial
where we're at now. Everything's mandates and like, this is
acclamation.
Yeah.
I acclaim.
They proved in the court of law with the Supreme Court that lockdowns and masks were all unconstitutional. They're just like, fuck you, we'll do it anyways. Like, dude, it is the ultimate flex right now. Every governor, the fucking president-elect, who's, in my opinion, at least I know he's a puppet. He's obviously a puppet. They're all puppets, I get that. But as far as this puppet is concerned, he is the most dictatorship fascist president we've had that I know of in modern history. No doubt.
Are we even sure that he's even really? I mean, he shows up one time.
He's a character. Yeah, like
he's playing video games with his granddaughter, and he beats her at Mario Kart or something.
Yeah, because they're all complicit of each other. And again, that could be a narrative too.
Is in a bunker somewhere. They keep him hidden away.
Yeah, no, like
don't talk to anybody, Joe.
Yeah, Kamala. She
Kamala.
Paul Mall Milla. She's been taking all his phone calls. At least that's the story. I mean, they're setting up the narrative that he's going to be, too incompetent. I mean, he basically said black people and Mexicans can't use the internet like a few days ago. He said they were too dumb and savage to use the internet to get in line for vaccines. I mean, he showed his cards and he said a bunch of other stuff that was crazy. And everyone's like, yeah, that's fine. That checks out. I'm like, okay.
He's a good old boy, though. It's okay. Give him a pass. He's from a different generation.
Exactly. But if he had a little bit of an orange tinge to him, then we might have a problem. It's like, and like I said, we're in schizophrenic land. Everyone's just fucking schizophrenic. And it's like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Just, okay, fine. That's... But okay. But I remember what I was going to say with the last thing with the letter stuff. Given like all the more Occam's razors that it's psyops and or just some dickhead playing on the internet, whatever. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought again. There's a laser being shot in my brain, I think. It doesn't want me to say this thing. Shit. Well, that's embarrassing. I think it's all the mask wearing, man. Like, I got holes in my brain.
You can play that music, I guess.
Shit, you're right. It'll jog my memory. Oh, what was it? What was it? It seemed kind of profound. Now I don't. It probably wasn't that profound. I remembered.
Okay.
I remember. Okay. So, having said that, no matter what anything's going on in this wacky world we're in, Trump himself might have just been a Trojan horse strategically. Because look at everything. Everything's a fucking mess now. So good or bad, the job was done. The media's broken. Economy's broken. Society's broken. Everyone's minds are broken.
And broken is beautiful.
Yeah, like he was like the perfect Trojan tulpa. Like he's a tulpa. Like
What's a tulpa? Hey guys.
It's like a mind creation. It's like
like an evil egregore.
It's kind of, well, that doesn't necessarily need to be evil. It's just is what it is. But he got everyone in such a fever pitch. It like made all the psyops and mind control stuff that actually break in front of a lot of people. Even my mom, who like never, like she's like, what is going on exactly? So again, like I said, he might have just been a Trojan horse. So like a lot of these people are like, oh, well, it was a psyop and fake. I'm like, well, maybe he wasn't even, if it was real, maybe it didn't matter if he wan. It didn't matter if he won. Like maybe that was the point. Maybe he was supposed to lose, and so because like it's all fucking broken now. Like everything's like shit. Because but again, too, I think it's the Kali Yuga. I think it's the fourth turning.
Well, I had a big talk with my pops about the shot, the thing, and I think I had him convinced that it was bogus, and then all that letter stuff happened, and totally somehow the credibility of everything that I had said got sucked out of the room because of some horns, on a shaman or whatever. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say hi to Howie doing. Howie done. How's it going? And Ordo Ab KO. I haven't. And Krista, hello again. My chat wasn't scrolling for a long time, so I missed out on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it was kind of scrolling through it. I do appreciate everyone that joined us and our just little powwow.
Yeah.
Shaman to shaman, right?
Shaman to shaman.
I mean,
I like to hold the microphone like that,
tea time.
Tea time.
There's but please don't get me wrong. Some people might get like offended and go, I am unscribing because you even like talked about that stuff. I'm like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. No one knows. Again, no one knows. There's a lot of theories, but things are wacky. There's a lot of anomalies. That's for sure.
Pure speculation.
Pure speculation.
Like to do.
I love speculation. There's not enough credit for speculation. People like get mad and go, no, you need to have like facts and truths. Like, no. Speculation is beautiful. It's part of the process of art.
Yeah. And our speculation is deeply insightful. Meaningful speculation.
Yes. I mean, I think they want to make speculation even illegal. Like even just like have the process of like running ideas.
These are dangerous thoughts.
Dangerous, exactly. They want to get in the internal world of people, and that's not cool. And whatever these movements to change the world the way it is, which you can just that's just where we're at a thing where there's two different things at least, probably like three or four. Let's say two big powers that want us to move one direction or another, and one's more transhumanist, nightmarish bullshit. The other one is, I don't know, maybe a little just not that. It probably won't be like great, but I mean, you make your world great. It comes down to the individual. So, but that preaching to the choir, right?
Yeah, it's a.
I'm so sorry. Like, I know you like the song, but
I do like it actually. It's my perfect inner monologue song. That's what I have control of. Is whatever's in my head is like the number one thing that I have control of in the whole world. Like nobody can fuck with that but me. I mean, I can see stuff that changes it, but you can change it back.
Right. And Ordor, he just pointed out in the chat, Trump is a New York gangster, still shady, but not a global Satan cabal. And that might be very true. And here's the thing we got to remember. It's all mobs. And it always has been and it always will be. But sometimes you align with different mobs than other ones.
A mob has a vested interest in keeping control of other crime. So
Right. Well, here's another example. During World War II, as far as the narrative is concerned, or story, the mobs of the U.S. were part of the war effort. They didn't like Nazis, so have that. Whatever you think about that, you might be like they were terrible. I was like, well,
they already had smuggling supply lines already set up, so
yeah,
they were an asset.
they were an asset, and they were used probably with military intelligence or whatever the beginnings of that were, because they weren't really established. There wasn't a lot of things were established after the fact, but you know,
As it was going, those guys were kind of setting it up, the groundwork of it. It's interesting how so much stuff happened in World War II that is still unfolding today, the repercussions of it,
yeah,
like the CIA, the intelligence state, the military industrial complex,
all well, even like my grandfather, he flew World War II and Korea, but like he was when he joined the fly B-17s in World War II, they weren't the Air Force. It was just the Army. So they didn't even have that branch at that point. That was after the fact. So a lot of things. Which, B-17 Flying Fortress, you ever seen one of those? That's
Yeah, they're insane.
just insane. The coolest plane. I was obsessed with them growing up. I mean, they're a death trap, like terrifying if you were flying one of those, like, I mean,
Sure. There
steam
was like a
bucks.
gas station in Portland when I was going to high school. And it had like a B-17, most of its body up, and it was the cover over the gas station, gas pumps, and it was like a little restaurant at one time or something. And I think it wasn't a gas station anymore. It was just a little like milkshake and hot dog stand. We used to go there sometimes. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, that that's the kind of America I want. No, we don't want that to go away. So people need to start fighting to keep that. Like, I get not keeping bullshit because there was a lot of bullshit that was built from the boomers, and precedes them. It's not just them, but um, I mean, we don't need strip malls really. I can get that, so like those can go really, but like, and I don't think people's. Yeah, we're just in an interesting situation because again, I've had this conversation with you before. I want to see where we go back to with a Gilded Age 2.0 or a 3.3. Well, Gilded Age 3.3. Let's throw some 33s in there because that was the time where the middleman was gone. Everyone had most people had a craft or a skill, and it was their most cash flowed in the middle. So it was actually the most prosperous times that, at least in modern history.
They would work the shortest amount of time, but they would create the most beautiful things, and they would have a lot of quality off time for personal enlightenment.
Yep. And things you'd get from a craftsman at that era, it lasts for fucking ever. And if it's something did break, you just go, hey, can you put this dovetail back thing, whatever it was, and like chip chop,
Mend my shoes, please.
Yeah. I mean, because like the thing is like ingenuity and brilliance in the work and craft of people is still there. It's just been dumbed down and like suppressed. And I think there's a lot of problems with people who get on these like dichotomies of like a Pepsi and Coke situation where like communism, capitalism. It's like, there's other options. It's like, I'm like, if you want to have all your ideas come from like some fucking dead guy who like literally like lived with his parents and was like bitching and moaning about capitalism, and then just like a bunch of fat cats who like kind of like steamroll on most of the working class, like it's not. It doesn't have to be both those things. Like it's frustrating. But our minds have been split into a schizophrenic like sphere of influence of left and right brain battles, and You know this. You have the hat on. You know this.
Yeah, it's just not as simple as black and white anymore.
Oh,
And
black and white. Like, do you mean like the Masons black and white, like the checkerboard?
yeah, not anymore because they took the two towers down.
Was that was the ritual that like made them not the Masons anymore? It made them like the super Satan Masons. The Super Satan Masons would be an awesome
Look
organization.
out for the Super Satan Masons. Dangerous.
We get that made into a T-shirt. I know we don't have T-shirts, but
Lodge number 13 at 3333 Avenue.
That's right. Get into your 666 degree. That's what you're going to attain enlightenment.
You got to go to the flight of the moon for that degree. That lodge is on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
It's Moon Lodge.
The Moon Lodge. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's gold.
You can sign up to be a member of the Moon Lodge too. You have to pay a small fee. And you can be a Mason in the Moon Lodge.
A super Satan Mason.
Super Satan Mason. Oh shit. Super Satan Masons. They're on to us.
Yeah. So what other topics would you like to go on?
Barefooted stomp on Facebook is what Howie Dunn said. He's locked out of Twitter. Ordowab Chaos says he's at Occult Mosaic on Twitter.
That's right. That's right.
I am a JEM23 MAIDEN on Twitter.
That's a second account because he got nuked for talking shit to the old Gates.
The old Gates. You can't talk shit on that guy.
Can't throw pies at him either. Maybe that's what we, okay. What if we murdered him with pies? Hear me out. Hear me out. It's not like we like stab him or anything. It was just like we throw so many pies, he just drowns in like fucking pie fillings and whipped cream. Okay, I probably shouldn't have said that. This is a joke. Haha. Satire. Haha.
You're gonna get banned for your using a pie emoji now. Is there a gate emoji?
There should be.
I wonder if it's Bill Pizza Gates.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. I haven't heard. But he doesn't strike me as someone who actually likes sex in any form, but I think he likes to torture people. That's how he gets his jollies off. Like he's definitely like doesn't come.
Yeah, maybe he is more of a ritualistic sexual guy, like
that's like a sadomasochist. Like
isn't DOS like some kind of S&M term?
That world is kind of lost on me. I know people like that, and that's fine. If you're consenting, good on you. I think it plays a little too close to the dark, but that's on you. As long as, Toy Box Killer took it a little too far. Obviously,
what's the Toy Box Killer?
Oh, he was a serial killer who would like torture women in a shed that he like made into like a S&M like dungeon, and like had his girlfriend help kill women.
Oh,
he called it the Toy Box.
Naturally, that's where his name came from. I get it.
Yeah. It's dark shit. I didn't mean to go there again. So again, if you're into that, that's fine. I'm not going to be like, you're a bad person. I don't think that. There's probably a lot of fine people. I just don't. I never wanted to choke anyone. Never wanted to be choked. I think some women like to be choked because women are kind of fucked up that way. I'm kidding. Again, satire. I'm a married guy. I can say this. I tell my wife she's fucked up. She knows. She's like, yeah, we're fucked up. I'm like, yeah, we know. Can't say it though.
Can't say it though.
like in a beautiful way. Like they're fucked up in a good way. Like they counterbalance our fucked upness because we're all fucked up. Don't get me wrong. They have like dark moon powers.
It's like acid to our base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The world wouldn't exist if we didn't have dark moon powered women. They really ruled the world and made it. I mean, not only obviously making people, but like you can look at all the history behind any person of influence or anything. There was a woman whispering in his ear. Fact.
Yeah, it's true.
Fact. I mean, you don't build like houses and shit for yourself. No, that's for women. We would live in squalor outside like animals.
Yeah, that's why the Temple of Versailles has no bathrooms, because they didn't let women whisper in their ears when they built it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like patriarchal shit. That's nonsense. That's bullshit. You should, if you really want to, like, there's a good book. It's an older book. It's called oh shit, what's it called? Do I have it up here? I think I have it in my. Oh wait.
Play the music.
Oh yes, I do. I'm gonna play the music. I'm gonna play a little sinister one. So this book, though, The Lucifer Principle.
Ooh, the Lucifer. The Lucifer Principle.
Thank you. That was perfect timing. This book by Howard fucking Bloom.
Howard Bloom.
There's a whole chapter about the dark forces of women and
the dark forces of women
and their influences on the timeline, and it's fascinating. It's you know, again, maybe
that looks good. Very interesting reading material.
I actually got that from my dad, like when I was little, because I was like, oh, it looks like a science book. Because he was like really into science, and then he just never read it, so I kept it.
Is it a science book?
It is. It's a scientific look at. It's like a sociological, scientific look at it's been a while since I read it, but like he just makes points in why certain things molded history in the way it did, and it's like kind of dark aspects, I guess. I could be like butchering that, but I mean, again, I read this book like 20 years ago. Okay, I gotta read the synopsis. It's a revolutionary work that explores the the relationships between genetics, human behavior, and cultures, and puts forth the thesis that evil is a byproduct of nature's strategies for creation, and it's woven in its most basic biological fabric. So, it's not like pro-evil, but I guess you can even argue of like Lucifer, that's not technically evil. It's Venus or whatever. That's a nice rock you got there.
Okay, I found a little crystal here. Let's see if you can see it. It's purple and green.
Well, you definitely are going to go to jail now, you Q shaman.
Oh no. I'm controlling your mind.
Oh, that's been long controlled by my wife, right? Am I right? Am I right, fellas? Don't get me wrong. I love her. Oh yeah. And they need to trust it. They need to reel us in. We're a mess without it.
That's true. I'm wearing a friggin' horns on my head like a friggin' idiot.
It's not, no. It's good. It's a good look. I like it.
Just a joke. Yeah, I love it. My girlfriend has one too.
Does she? Well, see, it's matched.
Black. And I got her a white one.
Perfect.
It's on her mood. The phase of the moon, I guess.
As you should. Yeah, but I didn't mean to go on a tangent about was it cisgendered stuff. I don't know. It's a spectrum. I get it.
That's right. I'm a naturally chest lactating
those are
goat man hybrid.
They're chest feeders now.
They're chest feeders. Yes. I'm non-binary. That means I'm goat and man. And
We'll see, like
Shaman.
with the super Satan Masons, that should be the hat you have to wear through the rituals. And
Like
like,
the Water Buffalo Club. What was it
yeah,
called on Fred Flintstone? The Buffaloes.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, yeah, there's lots of, yeah, like the Shriners. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of offshoots.
Every cult like club has an awesome hat. It's like it's part of the
That's
deal.
why Scientology isn't working because they don't make cool hats.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't do this shit with like Thetans and whatever, Tom Cruise. No, you need a hat. That's why the Jews have been so successful throughout their timeline. It's the
Yeah,
hat.
because and it's a hat that you can take anywhere with you. You can just roll it up and put it in your pocket. Like you're never without your hat, so you can have a meeting at any time. Like a hat like this, it's kind of hard to hide.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
So
yeah.
meetings are less often because you can't get in without your hat, right?
We need to. I think we need to retool this organization a little bit. Maybe we can make little yarmulkes with bull horns or goat horns.
That's a good idea.
Then we'll be called anti-Semitic because then they'll think we're calling like Jewish people like demons. This, all right. We'll workshop it later off camera.
Well, it's probably for the some material for the cross-dressing Hitler musical that we're working on.
Yes, that's happening in a time where, because I think gallows humor is going to come back hard after our Great Depression 3.3.
3.3.
Yeah, so like Mel Brooks style, like hilarity will ensue again, and we can use Hitler and jokes.
Those were the days. Yes.
Yeah, don't reminisce too much about them days, boy.
Well, I mean, do you have to be Jewish to have Hitler to write a joke with Hitler? It's really
It helps.
funny.
It helps. I mean, there's
Does
a lot
help.
of, yeah, depending on your tribe, it helps to make the jokes that can, where it's not problematic, as they will say. So I don't really care either way.
Yeah.
I probably will be canceled one day. Like I said, in Transcourt, I will be canceled for my jokes about what's her name, Ellen Page, or Billy Page, Ellen, whatever. I got it on Twitter, so I'm sure it's gonna put me on a list.
Oh shit. I have some trans chickens actually. I had 3 chickens that were hens and they turned into roosters. They're kind of like they're like quiet roosters. Like one of them's like kind of tough, but they're awesome roosters because they don't make any noise, but they don't lay eggs.
Hmm.
I might eat 2 of them and keep one because
Have you ever killed chickens? Can you do that? Is that easy? Yeah. See, that's a skill. That's a skill to have. You want to be able to kill animals.
it's tricky to like cut open their guts and not cut their intestines. That's what you want to do is cut into their stomach. Just be really careful with a sharp knife.
Yeah, because it'll spoil the meat, right? Because they have bacteria and all the gunkety gunk of poop.
Yeah. I was always really nice whenever I had to do that. Like
as you should.
Upside down over a garbage can, garbage with a bag in it so that to catch the blood. But when you hold them when they're upside down, you hang it by their feet, they like kind of relax, like it's something that's bred into them, I think. Like I had like a thing to like hang their feet and then pet them and talk to them, and I play some like really relaxing classical music, in the background, and I thank them for, chickening for me and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like really sharp knife jugular, and then they bleed out. They go like they kind of go like they make a flap as they're going lightheaded, but they get like lightheaded and then they pass away really quickly. Super humane, I think.
Yeah, as it should be. That was pretty dark, Jim. I'm kind of sad now.
Some people cut their heads off with an axe and then they run around like a horrible. I think that's inhumane. I've heard of like my grandma was telling me what she used to do when she was a kid. was they put the chicken's head on the ground and then stand on, like put a stick over its neck and then stand on the stick and pull the chicken's feet up, and it would just like break its neck.
Yeah, breaking the neck. My dad grew up on a farm. So did my grandfather. But yeah, that was the method they'd use. Just grab them and
Spin them around.
just quick like that, and then the neck's broken.
That'll work too.
Yeah,
And they're full of blood, so when you cut them open, unless you wait till it,
So again, I lack skills. I'm gonna die. I should have learned all these things. My dad should have been there.
And then like after that, you boil the bird so that the feathers come off. Boil it for a second,
right,
with everything inside of it, and then the feathers you can pluck them out, or like once you boil them, you can like scrape them off. And then there's like little hairs and feathers after that. And a trick is you take a torch and just kind of like singe them all off, and then you go cut into it and take its guts out. Give it to the dogs. Dogs love like livers and stuff.
Yeah, it's good for you. Yeah, no, I should have. Yeah,
I want to get rabbits though, because I don't really like. I mean, chicken meat is good, but I like chickens that lay eggs, and I don't really want to. I don't know. Rabbits are reproduce really fast, and their waste is really. You can mix it with water, and it's really good fertilizer. Not hot, like chicken poop is really hot, acidic.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make a tea out of it and put it on your garden.
They're gonna be like, make a tea and drink it. Like, oh, okay.
No.
Interesting.
But then put like you can butcher rabbits pretty easily. There's a humane way to do it because they're super docile. And you can eat rabbit meat.
Right. Yeah.
And have a nice fur, soft.
You should make a rabbit hat.
That would be cool.
Done a few of them.
I don't have rabbits yet.
We start another organization, the Order of the Rabbit.
The Odo of Wabbit.
Yeah, the Odo of Wabbits. And it's almost like Bugs Bunny esque. Yeah, I like that. The mythology is like basically Bugs Bunny. So he's a trickster god.
Yeah, and it'd be Big Chungus. Big Chingus. Big Chungus.
Right. That's good.
Giant Bugs Bunny. I love Big Chungus.
I have a crazy neighbor. She at least used to raise rabbits, and I think she would eat them. I don't know. She's really weird, but she yells at me a lot.
She kills them a lot.
She's a problem. She won't die. She's elderly. She should pass, but she's so stubborn and evil. She's gonna probably live to be like 130.
She's drinking rabbit blood, straight up rabbit blood.
Well, she doesn't like humans. She likes animals and nature, but she hates humans. She told me I was basically. I remember how she said it, but she was insulting me when I told her about my son being born. She's I was like, okay. I'm you don't have to be excited about it, but you don't have to say something we're gonna be a scourge on the planet or something. I don't know. Some of these people, it's dude, you don't. That's the irony, right? The people who supposedly love the planet the most, they're all fucking stuck in dirty cities. Never been out in nature, never gone camping, probably. Because the irony is people who pay for conserving the wildernesses and
never go.
Yeah, they never go. But the people that actually do it, they hunt all the time. And their permits pay to keep that stuff going. And yeah, it's again, schizophrenic world. We're in a schizophrenic world.
Hunters are more conservationists than in my experience.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. 100%. Yeah. Their money pays for keeping things going for the permits. And they know exactly how many animals to keep, take so many of these so they don't populate and whatever. I'm not that guy. I wish I was. I wish I was a badass dude who hunted with bows, skinned a bunch of things, was and had bear stories. I missed that road. That avenue was never presented to me. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
never really hunted much.
Yeah.
My dad took me like hunting pheasants before I was a kid. He was
That's
like crack
something.
shots.
That's
Dude.
something. That's
Yeah,
some. That's a passage. That's a
he had a
rite of
22 and he could just go like it was a rifle.
yeah. I didn't have that. I was just raised with women. I'm a fucking little bitch. I'll be the first one to admit it. I couldn't kill an animal. I'm a piece of shit. I get it. I'm not happy. I wish I was Rambo, but like I'm hunting. I was out there just murdering animals left and right, eating everything, eyeballs, tongues, spleens, all of it.
I don't want to. I wouldn't. I've never killed a deer because I don't have to, and I would if I had to. But they're so beautiful. I think they're beautiful animals. Deers.
Oh, they are. Yeah, no, I was just kidding too. I'm not gonna like go murder
Found this.
animals. Yeah, yeah. No,
Bam.
no, yeah. Like nature is wonderful. Don't get me wrong. But again, also you could argue even the shit we build that's awful is part of nature because it's a byproduct of us and we're nature.
That's true.
I want to say it's
Hold on for 1 second.
yeah. Well, I guess this opportune time to just take a break. Music. Jim is doing something off camera, and he is back to the show, our regular scheduled. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. This is the quiet night T Mercury. Is that what you called the episode?
Yeah, quiet night. T Mercury.
T.
We're gossiping on Mercury right now. Oh, Mercury, you dog. Got some goats up here. Come here, goats. Come here. Come on, babies.
What's that? The goats? What they think about
What do you think?
geopolitical situations?
I headbutted. What do you think about geopolitics?
Yeah, exactly. As you should.
Come on, babies, come on up.
Well, they got
Getting big.
Since last time I saw them, they look like they got a little bigger.
Somebody's gonna poop on the couch behind me, and I'm gonna sit in it. I love it.
Trained, are they? They don't. Doesn't happen that quick, huh? They're not like cats and just figure out to go in a box.
I don't know. Maybe this big one right here. She always peed right after I feed her. She just like take a couple steps back and just let her rip. And I picked her up, going through cords, and I started picking her up mid pee, and I'd put her in her kennel. And then after that, after I feed her, I'd put her in her kennel like right away, and she'd like look up at me and then squat and pee. and then I'd pick her back up and let her out. So I think they're getting trained.
Yeah.
But inside is not their final destination. They're going to be pretty big.
Yeah, I don't know if you want 3 full-size coaches.
What are you doing?
Or maybe you do. I don't know. That seems like in theory, that'd be like awesome. Like just going to have like some cereal, and in the morning, then the goat comes up and goes, "Hey,
wake up!" Pisses and shits on the floor.
Yeah. My other goat's like, "I got shit faced last night. I'll tell you, I'm fucking hungover." I'm like, is these goats talking to me? Like, and then you find out you just passed out from like wearing 3 masks. So it's like, just made it the whole thing. Yeah, you're in like a FEMA camp, real deep in. Like you've been there for months. He's totally lived another life. That could be happening. There's
a movie like that. I saw a movie like that one time. I don't remember what it's called, but the premise was similar. Somebody did poop a little bit.
Oh, little poop.
Little rabbit poops is kind of what they look like. Little clusters.
Why don't you pop that some water and drink it?
I'm working on it.
It's good for you. It cures cancer. It cures corona. That's what's going to be the next. They'll be like, hey guys, if you didn't, we found the cure. You get some goat poop, pop it in
Bitter,
hot water. It's a tea bag. Drink it.
bitter pill to swallow.
Mm.
Isn't
You'll
that
be
right?
cured. You don't need any backs. I can't say that word on here.
I haven't gotten sick this year. Usually I catch a cold in the
Oh yeah,
winter time.
me
I don't.
too.
I haven't gotten sick at all.
And I'm not a champion of health. I'm not a.
Yeah.
I'm.
I mean, hot dogs off the floor half the time.
Yeah. I like smoked for almost 20 years. It's like no.
Did you quit?
I did. I quit. So I don't know how many months. It's been over a year. So I guess
Congratulations.
thank you. So I still want it every day, but it's getting a little bit less every day.
Yeah. I don't know if it's longer for if you smoke longer, but I smoked on and off. The last time I smoked for like 4 or 5 years, and I quit. And still a year after, I was still craving it every day. But like a year and a half, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
A year,
That's
little over a year, I was like drinking at the bar, and I saw somebody smoking, and it looked so good, and I like grabbed it and took a couple puffs, and it just tasted terrible.
yeah. Well, the smell now, it doesn't smell good. It was not bothering me until recently. Like if it's on like paper or something, or someone's, it's not like, it's like, it's kind of gross. I don't want to be that guy and be like, ew, you're gross. I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to shame anyone.
Just hang in there; it gets better. It'll get better before if you don't smoke,
Right.
you don't start up again, you'll be fine in a year and a half.
Yeah. We're all
2
still
years.
here. Who knows at this point? I don't know. Just hoping.
I just don't. What was it in Texas? The windmills froze. Is that what they said happened? That's what I heard happened.
Wait.
And in Texas, the windmills froze, and that's why they lost power.
No, I mean that wasn't exactly the truth. It was kind of more like that was. I think.
Because I don't buy that. Number one, we have a national power grid that is all like computer controlled, and so they can pretty much route power anywhere from
Yeah.
anywhere else.
No, well, I think they had like 10% of their grid that was on that. So I think they're trying to build a narrative. I don't know. That's like with like fossil fuels, because here's the thing with like energy.
You don't get all your power from one place.
No,
There's no way.
don't. And you shouldn't either, because like
Yeah.
again, like one thing fails, you're like, well, yeah, can't have power now.
Yeah.
The grid's problematic. I know it's not insulated either, so it's just waiting to go down anyways.
Electromagnetic pulse would take it down, right?
As they say.
They say.
Um, but like these guys that own the power company there, I guess like were caught just like having a great old time that they were price gouging people, which was happening in California too for the longest time with these rolling blackouts. And I think it's just because Bill Gates, again, we'll go back to Gates. He's invested in the new Green Deal, which I don't exactly say it's necessarily a bad idea to go more nuclear power, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions on what nuclear power is. People think they can blow up, and they can't technically.
I think it's super efficient. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super efficient, and they're actually pretty clean. I mean, it's just boiling water. It's just steam, essentially, steam power. You can argue that the waste is dangerous. I'm not so sure about that. There's some things that make it sound like it might be and might not be. Because people, there's again another thing that would take forever to go into, but Gates himself is invested in nuclear energy, and he was been floating this idea about. So I think they want to break the grids, so they're going to do these rolling blackouts everywhere, till people just like give up and like give us something that's going to work, and it's going to be okay. Well, we have many, because you can basically put mini nuclear plants everywhere, which isn't again not necessarily a bad idea. This depends on these things are executed. So you can do like a little solar, little wind, nuclear. You can even put turbines out in the ocean. All
I
these
like
things.
that one.
Yeah. Again, I don't know what the cost of maintenance, all this stuff is compared to our normal methods. But like you want to, if you're going to do these big things, you have to transition slowly. Like the move to like, because I'm not like a big fan of oil, but like stopping our independence of it just like in a week, like what Biden did and just like shut it off, just made everyone's gas go up. And it was like, okay, no, you transition, you set up your infrastructure for the other things, and then when you're ready to start rolling that in, then you can cut off the other thing. So it was like a weird dick move, which I felt like was like kind of like a big fuck you, because like there's this weird like vibe of America now where it's like kind of like Biden, I guess, could be our archetype, where he's like drunk daddy gullible. That's kind of abusive. And like mommy left us for Trump, who is the mailman, and he likes abusing the kids at home. And we're like all the kids.
Drunk daddy gullible.
Like, or he's like global drunk daddy. He's just swishing around like, so you fucking kids, you you think you're gonna go out? No, you're grounded. You're locked
You're
down.
going out.
Yeah, you're not going. Well, how long, Dad? 2 weeks. You're gone for 2 weeks. Now we're in a year in. You know, it's. But
And then he passes out on the couch, and the kids take the car,
yeah,
go tear up and down the strip in town.
And Mommy Liberty is out there blowing fucking Trump, the mailman.
The mailman.
And everyone's just mad and miserable. No one's happy. I think that's what our unity can be in, knowing that no one's happy right now. It's not, even the guys who have trillions of dollars, they're not happy either. So what's the problem here? That's obviously something deeper. Something, a void that's missing. America's spirit's been hollowed out. The world too, I guess, but I can't.
They need goats.
They need goats. We do. We need a lot of return to modernity or traditions. Not like complete. I'm not talking about like going full Amish, but well, look at like up until like what, the mid 50s, most people could farm that had that skill. So again, so we have food shortages or whatever. People are gonna fucking die. Now, if it happened in the 50s, not so much. People are like, oh, I got this.
What's the deal with lawns? Everybody's obsessed with mowing their lawn, keeping their lawn green, keeping it short. Like my neighbor, mows his lawn religiously, and like every Friday. And if I mow it on Saturday, he mows it again on Sunday. His lawn, because he wants his lawn to be shorter and have the lines in it, And I mow mine like a spiral, just to like irritate him, because he mows his in like diagonal lines.
Yeah, I do spiral. It's more efficient actually to do it that way.
It is. Then you go around, and then you're like, oh man, this sucks, because you have to go around the whole perimeter at first, and then by the time you're in the middle, you're like almost done.
Yep. I think it makes the grass grow better too. Personally, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think a lot of that's just because industries, again, like America is built on a lot of consumerism. A lot of culture is built on just products. It has been since the late 40s, early 50s. I mean, you look at products, again, I think I brought this up on the show before. I have a ice cream scooper from my grandma after she passed. That's from like 1940 something. Still works. It rocks. It's got a little trigger and everything.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
Professional style.
Yeah, you're not going to get that any now.
My grandma had one too.
Yeah. So like here's your lawn guy. He grew up thinking he's had that lawn because, you have like the lawn, big lawn, right? They're out there like saying you need this grass. And then there's the fertilizer companies, and there's
that Super Bowl commercial where the guy's mowing his lawn, his lawn
all of it.
So great.
Box stores, all of it. And that's building culture. Same thing with like, okay, you're going to go get married. Well, here's a whole industry, cottage industry, to sell you all kinds of things for that one day, which now you're like $40,000 in debt. I mean, if you go full out, obviously not need to go there, but I'm just saying in general, it seems like almost everything in American culture has like, oh, you want to do this one thing? Well, you need to have this, and you need to have this, and it's just, and that's because that's how the system is built, and that needs to go. It does. So, like in a way, we do need a great reset, but we don't need their great reset.
That's right. We need our own great reset.
The reset of the people, but not like a commie way. I don't want that either. Like
Yeah, that's a trick of language to say
Yeah.
that communism is for the people. It is just
It's for-
equalization of the people.
yeah, equalization of people, but still like the 1% still winning. Like again, it's either way. It's the 1% wins. So they're giving you like Pepsi and Coke. But
Well, it's been proven that in schools that you can teach to the smartest kid in the class or the dumbest kid in class. And if you look out, guys, if you teach to the smartest kid in class, then even the slowest kids keep up and follow what's going on and learn new stuff. If they teach to the slowest kid in class, then nobody learns but him.
Yep.
And it's better for everybody.
Yeah. And it probably has something to do with like morphic fields and stuff, and just like how like aggregatic energies with people in groups work together. Yeah. And we're not trying to solve all the world's problems here, obviously.
Well, not yet. It's not. The night's young.
The night is young, and I haven't had enough goat tea. Goat poop tea.
I love goat poop tea. It's delicious.
Yep. So when our cult rises to power in about 40 years, then you'll all respect us. You laugh now.
I will laugh now.
Dude, I am so jealous of the reverb. I wish I had a onboard reverb. I'd be abusing it all the time.
Getting wet. All right, girls. Hold on for a minute. I gotta.
So still been abandoned. No texts from the other peoples. So like the one time I'm here, like after like 4 weeks, just no one wants to be here. Am I like a pariah? Was there a meeting that I wasn't involved in? Like,
Pariah. We call you Mariah the Pariah.
Let's just say, this is between you and me, Jim. Are you listening? I can't tell you. You got paper towels. Are you dealing with poop?
I got peed on.
Oh, yeah. I got peed on
over here.
Metaphorically. Okay. I mean, I had to talk to my agent, set this up. I had to talk to all three of my agents, actually. I make this show happen.
He was calling actually during the show, didn't he?
He was.
Your agent called.
Maury. He's my agent.
That's why you had to leave.
Yeah.
For a second. Was it another photo shoot?
Another photo shoot. Also some product placement stuff. Just
I get it.
Running the gamut. Trying to make that money. But again, I am the show. So Barsky should be here. Snake should be here.
Just part of the contract. Here, Snake. The other guy, that jerk. What's his name? Mitch.
Jerk to be here.
Brian.
But he's stuck in a blizzard in Texas.
Yeah.
Probably dead. For all I know.
Probably dead. They better be dead.
He's probably dead. Yeah, they all should be dead.
Just for not coming here. Not like I want them to be dead, but like your excuse should be like the militia came and they took my equipment, or I had to save some baby kids.
AOC came in there with the squad and robbed us.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And when they're robbing me and kicking me in my teeth, they said, "This is the new Green Deal."
This is the new Green Deal. No more old deals for you.
I was wondering about if that's a spell in itself. When they say the new Green Deal, they actually like mean like greenbacks. Like, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money off this. It's
Yeah.
green cash. Come on, keep up. Hey, come on, carbon credits. Jesus.
No carbon
Oh,
credits.
by the way, I'm not actually this show. That was a gag. I was just trying to pretend I was like a little queen, pretentious. I'm not special. I say I bring in a little.
You're pretty special. I think you're pretty special to me.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up and making it a nice show tonight.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I might have to wrap it up soon because I got my lovely wife was actually relieved me so I can come finish the show with you.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, because again, we're trying to sleep train the kid. He will not sleep on his own all through the night. Because here's the thing: a lot of people will tell you should just abandon your child into a bedroom. That concept is actually just basically Western centric. Most of the world doesn't do that. And if you think about it logically, it's not a good idea. So like, especially if you're like in a dangerous, say you're out camping, would you leave your small child to go sleep in a tent by himself? No.
Well, it's Western to have one house with many rooms, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most people like actually sleep in the same bed, like families, and like like silly Willy.
They sleep on the floor under the same, around the same fire.
Yeah, like it's not like I say, yeah, it's just something in the West we do. So
it's like having animals in the house. One of my friends said that's something only white people do, is have a dog that lives in the house with you, have a goats living in your house, whatever, pigs.
Yeah. Well, again, maybe it's cottages or stuff. Like when you're having children, like you need a crib, you need all this. Like, no, you don't.
Oh yeah, people are like, oh, I can't have a kid because that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. And you're like, yeah, sure, over the period of their life, but it shouldn't have to cost thousands of dollars. Like stories from like when I was a kid or my age or younger, parents were like, oh yeah, we just we had like a drawer we'd put you in to sleep, and then we'd throw the bassinet. There's a bassinet, and we'd throw it on the passenger seat of the Camaro as we drive down the road. Nobody strapped their babies in because they didn't have fancy car seats and things like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I'm a big fan of car seats. Too. It's just like, yeah. It's you can. There's just a lot of nonsense, and I think also like SIDS and stuff. Because I was talking in the chat, SIDS I think is a reason. There's reasons for that because it could be the shot related, but I think a lot of it has to do because you're not sleeping with the baby because basically the first couple months or so they're technically in another trimester because
they're still in part of the pregnancy.
Yeah, so they need warmth. I think they actually need your
heartbeat.
And you breathe it. Like they need they need all the like it keeps them alive. I think. So if you're just putting them like in a fucking other room in a crib, that of course they're gonna die. I'm sorry, that's really morbid. And if anyone had a situation, I'm not saying it was your fault. I'm just saying like it's a possibility because like SIDS is really low in Japan. Like the rate, it's like slimmed in.
And they have paper walls, so they may be more in tune to the breathing of their.
But they sleep with their babies. Like I mean, they sleep in the same bed. It's not like a gross thing. I'm just saying like
co-sleeping.
Yeah, co-sleeping. So I think, yeah. But you get shamed by doctors who do that, but not all doctors. Some are like some get it.
You're gonna crush your baby. Roll over and crush your baby.
I won't. No. For the
you can't crush your baby.
No.
Unless you were like grossly obese, maybe.
Yeah. Something where you're fucked up and grossly obese, maybe. Yeah. But no, you're pretty conscious, even if you're unconscious, that you're, and generally your wife has the baby. Like because I was really nervous about that when we first started doing that. Because I was like, I had like sleep paralysis issues, but I'll move. I don't get paralyzed. So I was scared. I'm like, what if I have a situation? I just like freak out, but I haven't. Like, so I don't know. But like, he's two now, so it's not a big deal. He hits me in the face all the time. He hurts me. I don't hurt him.
Kids are resilient.
Oh yeah,
I've seen little kids fall on the ground and their arm bones will actually bend.
Oh yeah, they don't have like kneecaps until they're like 3 or something.
Really, no kneecaps.
Yeah, something weird like that. Don't quote me on it, but
so I heard that like you have a different brain when you're a kid until you're like 8 years old or something, or 9, 7 or 8 maybe. Your brain changes, and so that's why you lose all your memories from when you're little.
Oh yeah, I mean you regenerate every 7 years, so that makes sense. But yeah, it's probably just part of the weird,
like it changes shape or something, and then you don't even like it just dumps. But you don't,
Yeah, well, like
forget how to walk and.
Well, like at toddlers, like that, mine's too. Him regulating his emotions, it's just interesting because like he can't, like if he gets really excited or scared or whatever, or if he's just trying to show affection, like he doesn't know how to regulate it. So like sometimes he'll squeeze my face or my wife's face, and it's kind of violent, but it's like affectionate, where like rip skin on my arm, but he's like, that's the only way he knows it.
Their little talons,
yeah,
little baby talons.
Yeah, or if something like scares him, like I don't know. It's just very interesting. Yeah. He kind of likes to be scared, like in a fun way. Like if we try to scare him, he likes it. But like if it's like something on like TV that like spooks him, like he likes this Peppa Pig show. I don't know if you've ever seen that. There's one particular episode where it's like they're eating pudding and like wearing crowns and laughing, and it just makes him like lose his shit if it's on. And not like it. I think he thinks they're being mean or something. I'm like, no, they're not laughing at each other. They're having a good time. But he gets tender sometimes. It's really cute.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, babies are real sensitive to stuff like that. Like they would show babies puppets, little puppets, and then the puppets would like share, and the babies would be happy, and then the puppets, like one of them's being selfish and not letting the other one have the ball, and the kids cry.
Yeah,
they can recognize that.
They know justice at a very young age.
Yeah, and sort of empathy, like they relate to things.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen him like, because there's like crying, like a kid cries, or like if it's like hurt or they're scared or whatever. But I've seen him a couple times have this, like he gets a profound like moment of like, so like like if a music moves you and it might make you tear up. I've seen that from him. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. He shouldn't be experiencing that, but he does.
That's almost reverie.
Yeah, it's very fascinating, and like it'll make me tear up a little bit because I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so like it's like this song about a caterpillar that did it to him, and it's like caterpillar, and I'm just like, oh man, like that's so crazy. Like something.
Is it a metamorphosis song?
Yeah, it was like a song about metamorphosis. So I'm like, so it's like triggering something in the core of his being.
Maybe it's a past life memory.
Maybe
it's the whole thing about being born, as a metamorphosis. He's like, oh shit, I'm never gonna see the angel stuff until I die, and this life is just agonizing and long.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, because like kids like that, they're closer to the other side. They still smell. That's why baby's breath smells good, and that's
and their heads.
They're the angel breath.
And those the first poops, where it's still from umbilical fluid.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yellow and nasty and smells awesome. The goats had it. The goats had that.
Yeah,
it's kind of going away now because I've been giving them real food. And at first, I mean, it was only about a week of the bottle that they were still yellow pooping, but
Yeah, no, the whole process is fascinating. It'll change you. Obviously, that's most dumb statement I could probably say, but like you just don't know until you know, and that's another dumb statement that people say. I get that. I didn't want to have kids for a long time, and then yeah, so I recommend it as long as you're not a piece of shit. If you're a piece of shit, don't do it.
Yeah, that's true.
if you
Most
can't,
people can do it.
yeah, most people can do it. Most people have that innate, but there's some people's like no, never.
You don't need to be a millionaire or have all your shit taken care of. It's nice having a place to live,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. If you're like have a horrible drug addiction and you can't keep the water bill paid, you probably shouldn't have children.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone who's going to probably like traffic them. Yeah, then you should be dead. That happens. I knew someone who
Traffic
had
babies.
no. Well, I mean, okay. I when I was
Paid adoption.
no. Now when I was a teenager, there was this. I don't know if this is like common to people because I had a period because like I had a period in my life which was kind of like Gummo. Have you ever seen that movie? Okay, it's like a Harmony Korine movie where it's like just fucked up like white trash kids, like or like the movie Kids, just like fucked up. I had that short period of like hang out with fucked up kids and we're just being like shitheads and partying and whatever. But there was this guy that was way too old to like hang out with us that was always there. This dude like lived with his parents. He was like 30. We're like 14, 13. I don't know. It's just like, and I didn't even like him then. I was like, he's always like trying too hard. Even at that point, I'm like, this guy's fucking weird. I'm like, why would you, like, you're an adult. Why are you hanging out with us dumb kids? Right. And then I found out like years later, like I was probably like 18 or 19 or something when I found out that he like became like a meth head dealer and like some parents trafficked their like 12, 13-year-old kid to him for drugs.
Wow.
And I was furious when I found I was like, fuck that piece of shit, but I think that's way more common than, unfortunately. So that got really dark. I didn't mean to we were talking about sweet stuff of little babies and I made it dark. Ugh. But yeah, we can stop that if you just make better people and make better situations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but some of these goats do have umbilical cords still.
Oh yeah, I see it. I'm so jealous you have goats. Like I've always wanted goats. They're so cool.
They are pretty cool. They're really smart.
They're really smart.
They're super sweet too.
Looking. They can climb up everything, like trees and shit.
Cuddling with them, and they're like give me little kisses and stuff.
Yeah, they're kind of like weird dogs in a way.
Yeah, wag their tails. When I feed them and stuff, they wag their tails, and when they're happy, they do.
I like the goats that scream and sound like people. I like it in a weird way, but I just think it's funny.
Oh, you mean Taylor Swift?
I wish I had the rim shot right there. Like, that was a good one. Yeah.
Any more joke soundboard noises?
I will be that guy if Barsky will let me, but I'm sure he'd be like, nah. We're not that type of show.
I gotta sneak one in once in a while. We should have a battle of the soundboards.
Right. Yeah, since we both have Rhodes now. Yeah.
Yeah, Barsky, I want to hear your board. How does your setup sound?
I'll see. Is he
heard you got some new kit.
He's not Texas again. He disappeared again. Was it my joke earlier in the group text?
What was your joke?
Well, he was like saying weird stuff while I was driving, and I was just like sending gifts. So like, I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying, which I didn't. I didn't understand
what he was saying either. I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought it was somebody's birthday.
Yeah, and then I thought, and then yeah, he's like, and he says, I'm like, it's always my birthday or something like that. I'm like, what? And then he like started like rapping, like rap battling me for, like in text form, and I got really confused by that. Like he was like Eminem, like this, like shit talking me about the
Well,
fact
you
I have
got
like three first names. I was like, huh? What?
oh Greg Gary.
Yeah. Well, I have like my middle name and my last name are all first names. We don't need to disclose that, but I have three first names. Like someone who probably would shoot at a official of high stature.
Oh shit! If you have three first names, you are one of those people.
I'm not saying I'm going to do that. Don't.
No, I mean speculation, right?
Yeah.
Speculate.
I'm just saying I
I
have
did young.
a name, and let me just say on the show. So let's be on record. If that does happen, I didn't do it, not willingly.
Yeah.
I was like triggered or Manchurian or something. So you got to get me counsel. If
I think only your agent can Manchurian you.
that's true, Maury is probably working for the CIA.
Yeah,
He's been shifty.
being shifty in there. I when I was it was a few years ago, I think I saw on the news, like it was a long time ago. There was a baby toy that sometimes they would make like white noise, like sort of like heartbeat sounds, And there was one, and it was on the news. It was like a bouncy chair that you sit in. It was a Fisher Price too, and it had a mobile on it. And when you turn the mobile on and turn on the like white noise, it was like a picture of a cloud or something. You put it on that setting. It said, "Kill your mom, kill 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 your mom," like that over and over again. It was terrifying. And this lady they had like one of those like public interest sort of news stories about it. Like a local mother was terrified when she went into her baby's room and heard this terrifying message. And then they played it for a second. She was like, didn't even know. And then I heard it and it was just like, oh, what? The company had no comment. And I was looking into it later and I couldn't find any evidence of that. Like I couldn't find the news article or anything. But I wonder if there's nefarious people doing that on purpose,
Yeah, but also you wonder, did the media make that shit up too, just to have a story?
Maybe they did. I don't, Hey, quit.
I totally thought your goat just barked
No.
because his mouth moved at the same time, just a little bit. It looked like it. And there's Winston.
Here, I'm gonna go put the goats up and then I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I guess it's that time. Also going to do investment advice.
Oh, I love investment advice as much as I love medical advice.
Ensuring that this YouTube channel will stay on
for years and years and years and years to come, right?
Voice
free advice. I mean,
what is going on? It seems the chat is just going wild, and I love it. You guys have got all kinds of things going on. I'm seeing like voice of school technology, and people are saying good night. And
oh man, yeah, Monarch.
silver
MK.
silver chord experiences. You know,
Have you ever had a silver cord experience?
no, but I did get silver once from a guy. It was pretty good.
Nice. I've had some silver before.
I actually don't have any silver. I wish I had a silver. That would have been probably right now. It's probably the time to have real money, gold and silver. Not this big.
Yeah, I have some silver, but it's I have some horn mouthpieces that are silver. Like they're pretty big, like 22 grams or ounces. I mean, 22 ounces. One of them is trombone mouthpiece.
Interesting.
Got them at a thrift shop. I've got an old trumpet, but my little mouthpiece that I had in the 5th grade doesn't fit anymore. So I use the big one if I want to play it, but I can't really play it anymore. Forgot all the you know.
Wow.
You ever play the trumpet?
I did play the trumpet. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah.
Other instruments though.
What do you play now?
Well, I mean, I haven't played in a while, but I'm predominantly, like everyone else, a guitar player and bass and drums and a little bit of the keys, a little bit of, but I can only play like one-handed, unfortunately. Like I have to like record separate pieces because I can't do like
For right and left.
yeah.
You should have your corpus callostrum cut.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, actually.
You should. I recommend it. I haven't done it yet, but on one of these days when I find the right doctor.
Yeah, cut that, and then also lobotomy on both sides.
Shit, yeah.
No.
I ordered a lobotomy kit, but it's not here yet from China. It's supposed to cure all your problems.
Krista loves all the medical advice we were giving. So that is, you can put your stamp on it. It is all real.
You know, I found this YouTube channel one time. I was looking up lobotomy and I found this YouTube channel where this guy, it was like there were 3 episodes or three videos on his channel. And it was like a redneck guy. He's got no t-shirt on and he's like, yep, he's like, I don't remember what they were. I kind of fast forwarded through the first 2, but like the second one, he was like excited because he ordered an at-home lobotomy kit in the mail and he was going to use it. And then the 3rd episode, he does an unboxing of his lobotomy kit. And then he said that hopefully if it works, you're not going to see another episode. So, I mean, I don't know. It's probably a joke.
Yeah, it's probably high art there.
But it was really good. I'll have to find that.
Terrifying. That's Gummo. If you want to say when I was telling you what Gummo is, that's Gummo. You should see that movie. Just watch it. It's classic.
I'll check it out. Maybe do they have it on that machine that you can buy movies on?
Yeah, I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
It's that guy.
It's not like extremely rare. It's not like something. No.
Is it old?
It's yeah. I mean, it came out in like the late 90s, I think.
Does it have to do with 6ix9ine?
6ix9ine.
Take it easy, 6ix9ine. Oops.
Oh,
Take it easy, 6ix9ine. Take easy.
Take it easy, 6ix9ine. Yeah. No, it's it actually has real kids. The thing is, like, about that director, he will use real people, and you're like, oh, this is acting. It's like, no, it's not. He's like, he found some real fucked up weird people, like in the South, and it's just like this really poor town where like no one has jobs or goes to school, and it's just like fucked up. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that scene there, he's like eating spaghetti in the tub, and it's like really weird. It's really weird. And
that's bizarre.
Yeah. So he found that kid that's a real kid that he found on Jerry Springer, I believe, or Maury Povich. And he's a glue sniffer. That's how he got him. And he's like, hey, I like your look. Let's put you in a movie. And he's like the protagonist.
Is
Yeah.
he sniffing glue in the movie?
He isn't doing the movie, I don't think, but he like in real life he was a glue sniffer.
Wow.
But like it's fucked up, and it's. I mean, I guess maybe like today's standards it's not, but like when it came out, it was like it was.
So he found a glue sniffer kid because the kid is got some because it made the kid unique in some sad ways.
Yeah, like the director, he's kind of like.
What else has he done?
Well, he did a bunch of stuff, but he's even done some recent stuff. But his style's changed. But he was really young when he made that one. I think he was like only 18. And like when he made Kids, I think he was 15, and he wrote the script. He didn't direct it, but he directed that one. Um, but like
Harmony Corian,
yeah,
Corny,
Kareem, yeah,
Corrine,
yeah, Kareem, I believe.
Korine.
Yeah, his stuff is kind of like John Waters esque. Yeah, that's him. So I mean, that one's more like John Waters esque, I guess, like early John Waters, not like later, like fun, like more like crazy, like divine, John Waters. Uh, like yeah, he did a movie called Bully. That one's pretty good, which was based off a true story. Which is that one's pretty fucked up. Kids. He did the one recently with Matthew McConaughey. I never saw, but it looked kind of cool.
Anthony McConaughey was in one.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was one of more of his lighter ones. That was more like mainstream, pleasant. Because like those films were like art house films, so they weren't. Those are for like people who like film, who like like you want to see something fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he did Spring Breakers. Do you remember that
Oh,
one?
Spring Breakers. Yeah. With uh,
And
did it have the actor in it?
yeah, fuck, I can't remember his name. But he has cornrows in it.
Yeah. James Franco, right?
Yeah. So like he's been around for a bit. But yeah, like those early ones are most. Yeah, he was really young when he made those. So like he's in that movie too. I think he makes out with a midget, like a dude.
He makes out with a midget dude,
or he tries to. Like he's like really drunk at a party or something. It's kind of like it's just sporadic. It's kind of like Slacker in a way where the stories are kind of disjointed and but not because there's that glue sniffer is like the main protagonist, I guess, or the focal point. I know you guys are fascinated by hearing about Gummo.
Yeah,
Late 90s.
we are. We should probably get wrapping up. I think.
Yeah, I think that's about the time when you start bringing up Gummo. It's about time to wrap it up.
Yeah,
true that.
Oh, have you seen? I've been watching Britannia on Amazon Prime. Pretty sweet.
Is that the one where the girl has like schizophrenia, basically, but it's like shaman schizophrenia?
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's like
I'm not that far into it. I saw like 2 episodes or something, but I think so.
Is it like animated?
No, it's a movie. It's a series. It's like in Britain, like the Romans are invading right at the same time, and there's like druids and
okay.
And
I'm thinking of something completely different.
Folks, all these tribes. It's pretty awesome.
All right, I'll check it out. Yeah,
Britannia. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. Well, people check out Britannia and Gummo.
And
also
Gum out.
Yeah. Check out the medical advice we give about Go Poo Tea.
Mm-hmm. And that man grill dates. Female berates or something like that. Yeah. Stay away from him. Don't be a prick. Don't take the prick.
Exactly. Don't trust people that want to kill you. I don't know how we can make that any more clear.
That's right.
It's like it's so clear, but it's like, okay, I'll just put on another mask. It's like, okay, good luck to you, buddy. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you, buddy. Put 6 more on and then talk to me. You're not doing your part.
Then put this paper bag over your head, and then a plastic bag over it. Then put some duct tape around the hole.
Then run up and down these stairs.
Oh my God, we're so close to that.
We are. Well, until next week, we live in your head. We live in your minds.
That's right.
And love y'all.